Hello and welcome to Midnight Scribe's Creative Vibes, where tonight we're not just talking to one or two bronies about their careers in the fandom, we're talking about an entire convention. Yes, the Hearths Warming Con ran on the 27th and 28th of February in that land of no hills and windmills, the Netherlands. Yours truly happened to mosey his way along to this convention, not on a Pegasus sadly, but just on your usual garden variety plane. But over 2 days, I systematically tortured the many con-goers with my karaoke skills and frantic auction bidding. But I wasn't alone though, as in fact the only reason I ended up there was because of two awesome friends from the European mainland who convinced me at the last minute to fly over by bribing me with the promise of fun.
Oops.
I know, Jon.
Sorry to disappoint on that.
I know, but usually if people want to bribe me, they try food or they try games. But now we know that actually fun works on me too. If you want to get me to fly somewhere international, just promise me fun and I'll book the plane tickets.
No,
so,
the thing is that we have royalties with the flying companies, so you can actually, we get money out of you going, taking a plane.
I know, the things we do for air miles, eh?
Yep.
Ah, well.
But I know,
it's worth it.
Exactly, but Hoofstorp, Hearth Warming Con, everyone who attended on both days, well, you've actually now just met the two people who are responsible for you enduring my singing and tortured take on Smile, Smile, Smile. But with me tonight are the ever-lovable Yonlionz and the ever-Spanish James Corck.
Hello,
Guys.
everyone.
Hi.
Hey, I tell you what, guys, it is awesome to have you both on the show. And have you recovered yet from flying back to your countries?
I didn't fly, you know.
Exactly. Well, how was the training? How was the train?
I just sat there and read. It went by itself. I didn't have to do anything.
Oh, that was nice and easy then. You had a pretty good time of it. Whereas James and me were stranded in the airport in the world's largest duty-free section.
You had it easy, Kyle. You had it easy. I got stuck in 3 different airports for a combined time of 32 hours.
But I'll tell you what, we'll avoid we all know travelling sucks, so we'll go away from the
that is literally the worst part of the whole experience, because the convention was amazing.
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, this was only my second con. The first one I went to was Brony Scott back in November, so this was a bit of a new experience to me, but it was an absolute blast, wasn't it?
Yep.
I mean, in terms of the venue itself, I mean, for those who don't happen to know, Hearths Warming Con was at the... I've got to be careful the way I pronounce this, otherwise this could go very not safe for work if I say this wrong. The Fokker Community Centre in Hoofstorp. And it's a great wee little free story place, and it had all sorts of events going on. It had a variety of cosplayers, it had music
A lot
events.
of stairs.
Millions of stairs. Those stairs were
the
huge.
Some of the steps were like very tall in between each other, and then they were very short. I don't know about you, but for a guy with big feet like me, I cannot put my entire foot on the step. I actually had to walk sideways like a crab. Every time that I went down the stairs, I thought, well, this is how I go. Well, this is how it ends.
Farewell, cruel world.
Broken neck on a step on the Netherlands. Oh well, this is it.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that on the death certificate, death by walking sideways.
Wow.
Death by making the crab.
I know, just acting like you're great. I've forgotten the guy's name. Character from Futurama. Zoidberg! That's it.
Let's not talk about Futurama. We're talking about Hearths Warming Con here.
Exactly.
Okay, I said that the airport was the biggest problem, but no, the steps were like the biggest problem. The venue could have been bigger. It felt a bit cramped in there.
Oh, definitely. I mean, to be fair, they put on a full show. I mean, there was certainly no shortage of things to do and places to go, but they definitely...
Dude, yes, it was like an amusement park. There was always something to do and somewhere to go with that convention. Yeah. They put so much in there, it's ridiculous. Like, what do we talk about first? Do we talk about the greatness that is May Larson, or do we talk about the zaniness during the charity auction? Because the charity auction... Dude, the charity auction is always the best part of any Brony convention.
Yep.
Well, definitely. I mean, that charity auctions are always great fun, but that one, I mean, I went a bit mad with the bidding.
Just a slight bit.
Just a slight bit. To give you an idea of how bad it was, I think I bid on most items that were coming up, just trying to drive the prices up. Oh, it was so much fun, that. And I won a CD, actually. I did win the... I'm going to pronounce the guy's name wrong. Is it Jice Rowe?
I have no idea, because I remember you were reading on it and you ended up getting it signed.
Yeah, well, I'm really happy to have this, and I'm really enjoying the CD, but I'm just useless with remembering the pronunciation of the name, because I don't think I think I blanked out when it was said. But yeah, I got the CD, and that was fantastic, and but yeah, I won something else. I think I nearly won some art prints or something like that, because I thought, I'll put in the first bid, and then no one else bid after me, and I started going, help, I'm actually going to have to take this home as well. I was worried about my suitcase, because it's like, I did bring extra weight, but I wasn't sure, considering some of the things I was going to bid on, whether I could actually take it all back.
What about you, John? You also got a thing from the charity auction. You got a stone, right?
I got a crystal heart, and my winning bid was kind of mean. I bid €1 higher than the last bid.
Yeah, that was here's the thing about his bids, right? Like, because most people on these auctions, you're bidding 5 higher, 10 higher, 20 higher, that sort of thing. You're getting down to single euros, and I think you almost went to cents at one point.
I once offered 75 cents higher.
I mean,
and you almost got away with it.
I almost got away with this. It was one of those metal ingots and a stupid dog.
I cannot believe that you actually went into cents. Like, you had your wallet out, counting the coins, going like, I can give you 75 extra cents.
But you have to consider the way that this fandom is when it comes to charity auctions. It's like, they are always the most entertaining part of any convention, because not only are they a lot of fun to see these bidding wars over a waffle signed by M.A. Larson,
which we also get to bite out of.
But they are also great for like charity purposes. It was for a local animal shelter, if I recall correctly, and they ended up like making almost 2,700 euros. That's excellent. That's 2,700 euros that animal shelter doesn't have anymore. Like, I think they had like a bunch of cats, a bunch of dogs, and 7 rabbits or something like that.
Yeah, they were trying to expand it, and they were looking for extra funds. And it's fantastic that the convention was able to actually raise so much for such a good cause. And everyone loves animals.
It feels great.
Oh, definitely. It was good to see that, once again, the fandom coming together to just do a bit of good for the community. But the charity auction wasn't the only thing that was going on there. Now, I was going to say, there was a bunch of panels going on. I didn't get the chance to actually go to any of them, I think, because I was kind of buzzing around at the karaoke machine, constantly singing random songs. But did D-Reviews go to any of the panels?
I went to a workshop.
I went to the music panel, I went to the 3D modeling panel, and I went to the artist versus artist competition, the charity action, of course, and the closing ceremonies. I missed the pancake meeting. Was anyone here in the pancake meeting?
Nope.
Nope.
From what I heard, it was really good. It was really tasty, all those pancakes.
Oh, I know. Although, to be fair, at least on the Saturday, they gave us waffles.
Oh, yep. Wait, did you?
Yeah, there was a stand outside that gave free fruit waffles.
I gave you one.
Yes, you're right, I forgot. They were making the whole thing of, like, free waffles.
Oh, those waffles were delicious.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The highlight of the con, the waffles.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
And the card games.
But no, I mean, but you know what? It's kind of sad to talk about the 3D modeling panel, because kind of like also sideways commentary regarding the convention. The upper floor didn't have heating.
Oh yeah, the top floor of the building was a freezer.
It was a freezer. It was a literal freezer. You could like put ice creams in there and they wouldn't melt. And it wasn't because it was empty of people. No, there were like a good 40 people in there. You guys were there playing Back Legacy, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
And the 3D modeling panel was going on. And I approached it because I wasn't going to play Back Legacy. I go to the guy, I sit on the front row, and I see him explaining this, and I'm like, oh, so you're like setting up for the panel or something? And he's like, no, this is the panel. And I'm like, what? Because there were like 5 or 6 people only there talking about the 3D modeling panel, and I'm like, oh my god, but this guy, he put so much work in everything. Like, he showed a time lapse of how he made a 3D model of the cockatrice from Stairmaster into this program that I forgot the name of the program that he was using, and he was so passionate about it and everything, and I'm like, this guy is all alone with only like 5 or 6 people doing a panel that is just basically a conversation with your friends. What a shame. It was because it was combined with the M.A. Larson panel. So everyone was watching Emil Larsson. Almost nobody was watching the 3D modeling panel.
I mean, yeah, it's such a shame that, because I mean, obviously Emil Larsson was there, fantastic guest, great personality. But whenever you get a guest like that, and you've got variety events going on at the same time, there's always going to be one or two that take the hit, which is a real shame. But was the 3D model panel good?
No, the 3D model panel was really good. It was insightful. It was very motivational. It made me want to pick up one of those 3D modeling programs and do some myself. Actually, it was so good. The problem is that not enough people. That was the shameful part. It's like, so few people.
Well, hopefully they'll do a similar panel next year, and they'll be able to get a few more people there.
Yeah, and next time, don't put a fan panel along with a show celebrity panel, because then you're not going to have anyone going to the fan panel. They're all gonna go check the celebrity one.
Yeah.
And what about yourself, Jon? What events were you going to?
I think I only went to the charity auction and the Buck Legacy panel. Most of the time I spent it either in the vendor hall or in the karaoke room.
Let's talk about the vendor hall.
Oh, yeah, no, exactly. Let's go around that. Because, I mean, there were some great vendors there. We actually met on the Friday when we all came in. We actually met one of the vendors, just coincidentally, on the bus of the hotel. Was it Violet Rose?
It was Violet Rose, yeah.
Yeah, we met Violet Rose there, yes.
Let's plug her Tumblr and all stuff in the thing afterwards.
Yes, we'll put all the links to Violet Rose into the description below, along with anyone else that we can think of if we happen to bring them up in the show. But she did little pony plushies, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, and her pony plushies are adorable.
Very adorable.
And she makes them like, right there, live. Like, she has the whole setup where she's like building the plushies on her own.
Yeah, and she was actually working on some there at the table while we were going around checking out all the arts.
Yeah, my gosh, she was so passionate about it. She was working on the plushies while we were having dinner.
Yep.
Or was it breakfast? It was like we were eating at the hotel and she was building more plushies. And I'm like, wow. And yes, I am in talks with her. We're going to make a movie slate plushie.
Oh, brilliant.
By the way, by the quality of her work and all that, the budget, she underprices her art. She is so generous in that regard. It's like she puts it so low. I'm going to have to give her a tip, because I don't feel right paying so little for something so good.
I was just going to say that I know precisely what you mean, and I could say the same for a fair few of the artists that were there. The quality and the breadth of the art and the various things you could buy there was just tremendous. I mean, there was I'm trying to remember all the various things that were there. I mean, I know there was that the vendor that were selling the comic, the one you bought.
Oh, Silly Lyra, yes. That guy was so neat to talk. Actually, any of the vendors that I talked to, sweethearts, total, complete sweethearts. Like, if I was allowed to use my credit card, I would have left home. I would have go back home with my account emptied, because I wanted to get merchandise from everyone. So good. But yeah, I mean, the guy sold out on his comics.
That's absolutely brilliant to see, and it looked fantastic. It's a pity I never got a copy, because I was tempted to get one on the Sunday, but I completely forgot until the end.
Oh, you lost the chance, but don't worry. I'm pretty sure he's going to have more available at the next convention. But it's like there were a bunch of vendors over there, but here we go again with the problems with the venue. It was so cramped.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, they had one section on the middle floor, which was, a sort of dedicated vendor hall, which was jammed to the edges with vendors.
Yeah. And it was like an inverted donut, because it's like you would walk around, and the part where you walk around, you will have vendors on your right, and then you will have like an island of vendors right in the middle, and there will be a hallway passing, like a corridor in between those two areas, and it's shaped exactly like a donut. And the space that these guys had to put their merchandise was very small. The booth that Assassin Monkey had, Assassin Monkey, who, by the way, he escaped the Renaissance period. He looks like a Renaissance painter, and he paints better than one. So go check Assassin Monkey's stuff right now. He's great. But here's the thing, is that I was walking about, and then I see Assassin Monkey's pictures, because they are impossible to mistake. His style is so memorable that it's his artwork, and I'm like, oh wow, hey, Assassin Monkey is here, and I see that it's an entire booth covered in prints, and then a small square window, out of which Assassin Monkey's poking his head out in order to talk to you and like give you the prints rolled up and everything. And for a moment I was passing by and I thought his face was one of his drawings.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting you there. Hey, how's it going? I'm like, oh, it was, but it's such a small. That's how small the space was. He was sitting right next to the guy who did Silly Lyra. But yeah, I'm like, I actually told him, I'm like, wow, you guys are in a very small space. And he's like, yeah, this is very cramped, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, it is. So when you compare it to Bronies Code, for example, that you have the whole vendor hall, which is like, 15 tables, something like that. There is enough room to breathe. There was no room to breathe on that vendor hall. It was crammed, and it was always full of people, which is the best part.
Oh, definitely. But the great thing was, at least there was plenty to look at and to enjoy and to buy, and everyone there was absolutely lovely. But I'll tell you what, just because we've only got so much time to play around with, I wanted to ask you guys, was there, particularly with the vendors, was there a particular thing that you bought from a certain vendor that stands out? Anything you particularly like?
I got a Chrysalis chibi and a Chrysalis poster that I'm really happy with.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing those chibis and sketchies. What was it? I've forgotten. Hotel room. I forgot. I was about to say bedroom. I realized, no, he didn't own the place. But yeah, no, those chibis were ridiculously cute.
Yeah, they were talking about the Wheel of Fine chibis, the ones that were like out for a limited amount of time. They had a bunch of those. My favorite part of the whole vendor hall, and Diane must have squeaked when I showed her these photos, was the Gen 1 ponies.
Oh yeah, that was just a wall full of them. It was brilliant.
There were two booths dedicated to Gen 1 ponies. One upstairs, where they even had some of the Big Brother line of MLP toys. And they didn't have Chief, which is the one that I'm looking for, that I've been looking for ages. But they had so many. They had a Firefly toy. They had like the original Midnight Castles and all that. Like I'm like, that's so neat that this convention is paying tribute to the previous generations, because without them we wouldn't have Generation 4. So that's very good. That's something that I highly approve of. So yes, good. Respect to the old generations. Without them, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, there's two things, two particular people in the vendor hall who got my vote of approval. One was manicsculptor, who was in the corner. He does great little, I'm not sure if it's clay, but it's like sort of clay models of ponies. And he was doing loads of them there at the convention. He was at Brony Scott as well, where I bought a piece from him, which was of Rainbow Dash and Applejack as a little shipping piece. And he does loads of great sculptors. And I think, actually, James, you were considering getting a movie slate one by him as well, actually.
Yes, I'm also getting a custom from him.
I want to get a movie slate custom from him, and I also ask for a budget on that regard. It's funny. I went through that whole convention showing the picture of movie slate to all of these different vendors. They were like, that's not so bad. Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's not so difficult. Oh, I can do that. I'm like, you don't know the place you're going into. You don't know what you're saying until you are in the fray of it. You will be thinking, oh, that James, he tricked us. The same artist you're talking about, I'm a terrible person. I always forget his name. But I have a weight main rarity here that my friend Aran got me at Brony Scott last year. So yeah, his statues are super good. They feel alive, which is the best part. It's like they feel like they are alive. It's awesome.
Oh, definitely. They're absolutely fantastic pieces. And actually, I do have the email address of him as well, so I'll actually pass that on and we'll put that in the description as well. But there's actually one of our artists that I just wanted to bring up just for a second. And it was actually at the corner table at the vendor hall, and I just like this. It's just a wee small thing that I got for myself just for a bit of amusement, but I got My Little Pony drinking coasters, which are absolutely fantastic. They're double-sided, got 2 of the main 6 on each one. I obviously bought it for Applejack because I'm predictable that way. But the artwork is by Chita Gonzita, and you can find her on DeviantArt and a variety of other sites. Does a lot of great artwork. These were just absolutely brilliant. So I'm looking forward to... Actually, I should take one of these out right now and put my drinks cup on it, because I'm drinking Lucozade right now. I'm actually going to do that. Applejack, you're about to get a cup. Boom. Unfortunately, it's not... Actually, I just realised that I'm drinking orange Lucozade. If I was drinking apple, she'd probably approve a bit more.
Probably.
But
did any of you two go to the concert? I missed it, unfortunately.
I decided to pass on it because I was so pooped out. I passed on it, and I went back to the hotel room. No, we went back to the hotel along with a corner to get some dinner. But yeah, if we were going to talk about the concert, we might as well get Mr. Sketchy Sounds in here with us, because he can give us a better explanation of how the concert was.
Yeah, we have heard him rant about how bad the sound quality was at the convention, though.
Yeah, which I think was, once again, it kind of goes back to the issue we were talking about in terms of the top floor and whatnot being very cold and not very well insulated. The acoustics of the building weren't fantastic.
It's the problem with the venue. The venue is really the only problem with the convention, because atmosphere, great. Mood, great. The help of the guys, the staff was amazing. They were so great. The guys treated us with not just with a lot of respect, but they also they knew how to give you the best experience. Like, if you had a problem, they will fix it immediately, or if you need something, they will help you. Yes, there was a sense of, like, it was a very tightly run ship. The problem is it was that the ship was very small. You are going to need a bigger boat for Hearths Warming 2017.
Yep.
Yeah. But hopefully with the turnout there was absolutely fantastic, so hopefully that will encourage them next year to move to a slightly bigger venue and take on the little critiques that people have given them, because the convention itself was, we all agree, it was a brilliant event, and personally I am glad that you guys convinced me to fly out there, not just to enjoy the con and all the things there, but actually to just meet you guys again, to meet fellow bronies. It was a joy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, sorry about that one once again. Also, sorry for the people listening who wanted a weekend ticket, because Kyle here got the very last one.
That is true. I did somehow get the last one, which I didn't realise, because the website said, tickets limited, get one now, and I thought, right, I'll buy the weekend ticket. Then, right after I bought it, it said on the Facebook page for Hearths Warming Con, our tickets are gone, and I just commented on it, I think I might have been the last one. And then they replied 5 minutes later going, yes, you were the last one. So yeah, I've been name-checked now on Facebook. The con knows it's my fault that the tickets were gone. But so
not
yeah,
the worst thing to be name-checked for, though.
No, not at all. And listen, like I said, the event there was absolutely fantastic, and I'm so glad that I went and to actually enjoy a second con. Woo!
The second one of many more to come.
Oh, exactly. I just wonder what the next one's going to be. I've been actually looking at various cons going, which one can I go to? Which one can I go to? And actually, when I was at the convention, they had a bunch of leaflets there, and I saw one. I think it's like the Switzerland con. And I was just going, I could so go. I could easily find a way to get there. I'm now becoming ambitious.
This one's expensive, though.
Well, who knows? We'll find a con some point. Hopefully we'll actually catch... James, are you coming to Broniescott this year?
Absolutely. Of course I am. Yes.
This I just want to make sure.
No way I'm missing it. Of course I'm going to Broniescott.
I'm trying to go, but I'm not sure yet if I can.
We will find a way to get you here, along with everyone else. We seem to be organising a unit for trying to get all the bronies we know together in one country, or at the very least the same continent. We're working there slowly but surely, but I will tell you what, we're going to have to actually wrap up the show there just now, but I think we've gone over most of the main points of the convention. So actually, firstly, I just want to say thank you guys for actually coming on and for inviting me to come along with you to the convention, but for coming on the show and talking about it. And normally we usually say, where can we find you guys? So I think it's only fair that we give you a chance to plug yourselves as well.
Well, you can go to my DeviantArt at jamescorck.deviantart.com, or my Ask Pony Tumblr on askmovieslate.tumblr.com. That's often where I'm most active.
And I'm most active on Skype and wherever people need me. I'm Yonlionz everywhere.
No worries. And as for me, well, you can find me on facebook.com/Kyle McCall. That's where I do all my nice writing updates and anything to do with the MLP shows I'm a part of. And of course, hey, listen, the Highland Bronies here, this is where the show's out. You can find us on our YouTube at Highland Bronies channel, Facebook at facebook.com/Highland Bronies. We've got a Tumblr. I'm pretty sure we've got a Twitter. We're on all these sites. Just look up Highland Bronies. You will find us all. And feel free to email us as well if you've got any ideas for guests for the show. If you want to come on in the future, get in contact with us. We might see what happens. If you've got compliments, criticism, or perhaps if you just want to ask me about the things that I bought, because I will rave on about them for hours and hours and hours. But we're going to wrap up there. Thanks to James Corck and Yonlionz for coming on to the show. Thanks to you guys for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this special show of Creative Vibes.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us, Kyle.
Thanks for having us.
It's also awesome to be here again. I love being here every time. It's so much fun.
Normally this is the point where I would say, please subscribe and all that sort of fun stuff, but actually I just want to end on a different way. Hugs! Hugs!
Hugs!
No, stay away from me. No hugs.
Oh, fine, no hugs. But listen, hugs to you guys for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next
hugs for you
episode.
guys. Yes, hugs for you guys. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.